asrafo wie ni say konya ankwanhia and then so Emma passengers enum ene crew miensa numbering 8 omo nyina twere wo nkwa no afedi ye hwemu nyina wiye a present my his excellency the president na enwa no yen soso wo kenkai bi ma yete de ekoso anapa pese break it down kakra na yesu de ma yete for etiase and from that time 6th of August edi ebesi 6th of August 2025 edi besi enne 12 of November 2025 the SC what has transpired any remove a course already on beka yina enti enra it was Captain Paul Fojo, a retired pilot and senior aviation engineer. Onona enra o deliver the real report no ema yenso ya tibi hunu bia sabre yeye bia yenso e dissect ne ne wonsam ebre na tiefo na oche ma etiase se omo hye juade na se no omo termino taking a mess and converting it into a message. What they were going to uncover was a mess because there was a plane crash. A helicopter has crashed. So it's a mess in the country. But they are going into that mess and then convert that mess into a message. And that message will be delivered into the state. And that is exactly what they did yesterday. The mess that happened on 6th of August, they have converted that mess into a message and they have delivered it onto us. Said Yabeya Ebema Yehunu. Me first your minds kakra, said Mdi Kanka. It was one very fine Wednesday morning, 6th of August 2025, and Ghana Armed Force helicopter Z9EH, against Ade abamu mpanimfo ebi efrin kran aboboase amomo aba be di juma efa galamse eho na fofie ya anto atasere mpanimfo tai eka no no ana wiemhye ebenya ne nkwanhia ya enam so ema nipa na ewo mu nyina crew yaka crew a omo a yebeka ne ya ka ze omo twi wiemhye no omo ye ne nsa ana passengers ewom ya na edwon ekojumadi na se ewo oboase na omuye num womu nyina etwere womu enkwa eno ana ebra ekosi sa no His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama said the acting defense minister say unconstituted board bia ebetimi aboa amayetimi ayehwehwemu na ehu dia kofa sa to yen nchemu yi esi yen ana beto yen ewo Ghana and I'm so the Ministry of Defense on 25th of August, mind you, I didn't see on the 6th of August, so it was on 25th of August and Ministry of Defense through the press statement or the Babontino officially or da a year accident investigation board or da omo adi se sa batum koi na omo eba be adwuma amia hwehwe nia adi nkwanhia no eba ye eno nchiremu odi mai no na o kire se board no eba hwemu no na omo mandate ye dia ma omo eyemienu any cause of the accident any circumstances that led to the accident any man you know and say omo hwehwe at the end of the that's the cause of the accident. And Fifi wa bena titaro ho and no can be man kwanhia see here and the cause of accident circumstances that led to the accident and the any near sa accident investigation bill board no omo but let me jump here and come to this place composition of board na remove senate here yenya national security yenya the Ghana Armed Forces yenya aircraft accident and incident team, yenya National Intelligence Bureau, and yenya US Air Force staff we are free US Air Force omo nyina eba ntisa ekuo enum wey. That is the National Security, Ghana Armed Forces, Aircraft Accident and Incident Team, National Intelligence Bureau, and then the US Air Force, Omo Kabum, and Omo Fee, Omo Hushemuno, Assessor Ombe, Ama Bibia to me, Konkano, the Ombe to me, Aka. No, which I say, in Yinaswa, Mujina Swa, Omni Hemuno, a international standard. And indeed, the investigation was conducted with Ghana Air Force flying orders. We need the technologies Ghana Air Force flying orders, Ghana Air Force flying instructions, international civil aviation rules. Because that is the standard practice. I say, what is a real theater, baby? Those are a new mujinaso area in Rimu. Now, Captain Fojo, a presenting report, final report, no. Or try my ETS report, no. Almost in 4 parts. Almost ejina nkrabata makoma 9 and omo dey present report no nkrabata edikan or say the part 1 factual information. Factual information. Okay. Nkrabata tosu mienu analysis of the factual information. That is the part 2, analysis of the factual information. Then part 3 no a conclusion including the findings, the causes, and all contributing factors. Okay. And here part 3, and the final one no a safety recommendations are omo ebeye ediamo mine going forward. Said the ebeya bibia betumi akonkaye ede amayen. Now offer phase 1 now, which is the part 1, the factual information. According to Captain Fojo said on 26th of August, mind you, according to the 25th of August, on 26th, almost started young with me. Because we needed to find out, say, dear Nakofa by any idea. So on 26th, I did see and I'm starting so on 26th of August. Said there's a team that they are called preliminary investigation team. It try to from pits. Sanko Fonona on the very first day. Accident you see, you know. Omo Finkai, so you phone a Finkai. That first day now, just see Wednesday, no. Omo Finkai bar. A bit on so one. Yes. And the Omo Juma, now Omo Babaye. Our only answer is to secure the place. So, Sir Oma Quine, Emma Monfo Bebre, Ebawa, and Yama Binumwa, as a on Sabakaya, Udibe Himono, while we are the and they went there as quickly as possible to secure accident scene, to secure the place. Said the Abeya, a bit of first hand information. And Ekuya ayati eji briefing every pit for no enchai, and that is what they call factual information. Factual information, because some factual information because omono koisiano dead bodies, flight, omo so omo man they went there, they saw everything, and they rely on them one. And then they gave them all the information. They handed over the pit report. They handed over the flight recorder, the FDR, the CVR, and some personal effector. Passengers are not take with almost bags, no phones, no near no pit for nobody can call no. And over. Actually, Edema, sa investigative team no. Emma almost so no edgy and almost twa almost every mono ase. About the sano. Team Lee said then they will proceed. The team that has been Minister Ayano, they will proceed to the scene themselves. Said the Abeya, I don't know one Casanso, on the Quaco who near Ecoso, and indeed, almost to proceed, Eba seeing accident, see what Eba share said, near Matia, Eba acceptani, and Yama for themselves, even though they have been briefed and they have been handed over by the pit, you know, they needed to also go there and find things out for themselves. In terms of call, Corrimu, every see, a honey, every bibia. Because they are doing their investigation. Are doing say, okay, now let's take the flight itself, the helicopter itself. Now, you have a helicopter, you can say that is Z9EH. You have a helicopter, no one casa. Now, you need a helicopter, no so a home come. Now, you say, and you be send a helicopter, no to here. And they took time. Actually, the maintenance of the aircraft, almost a flight log of the aircraft, flight log of the crew, the crew's qualification, any other documentation, no. Team Riage Ashushenina. And we said BPR is in order. And Sana, move away from there. Then, Badia, a friend, you're telling the black box. I say, and the can say, black box. I say, almost a car black box from the pit for the can call. Black box, they sent it to Avic Flight Decoding Center in China. Avic Flight Decoding Center in China from the 12th of September to 22nd of September and about back. I'm going to call on the 12th and about on the 22nd of September. Oh, free China. The reason why I trust on is that helicopter no China for the manufacturer. And a whole software ni nyama obetimi di decode ni de keka ho China na ewo enti na eho be hia se esese omode sa black box no e de ekoho na omotimi koye ehu se de ho nyama no esitie enti anu so koye e ba back on 22nd of September. Flight crew omo na ehwe wiemse no so nipa miensa no omo they were put to test. Even though they were no more, but team no put you into test one, whether they were physically strong, whether they were psychologically strong, whether they were mentally strong, whether they were spiritually fortified. Say omo was anyamani ansana. Omo kotna wiemuseno eti atu wiemuseno edi akwana. Enti omo check in nyina from omo abusua, from nearby there, or more doctors, and they checked everything. And the one said, some of them, they were in perfect condition. Yes. They were in perfect condition, no problem. A beer and new one more at the moment, aside and also eyewitnesses, a didn't come on. I share say, dear no more observing here, dear no more tea here, a decent commono enina. And then from the black box, flight path, eyewitness, reader chat, munim this is your first timer. Before be Eddie amount. That is what happens. And the Amukama ebesi so enyina ne say. So we go isiano a esi ye no a. Ade ba ko a edi yenya eye weather. Ewiem nsatraye ena di yen enhwammo enti ena ama wiem hye no na montuo pa na setuo no antumi antu helicopter ya kan wasemi no but before that it was manufactured in the year 2012 na Ghana hano by 2015 ena ye koto ya e de ba ya ye yisu. So from 2015 to 2025, how many years?
10 years.
10 years. And what it means is that as I say, every 10 years, your routine maintenance, as I say, go through thorough. And not 10 years, not so pepe. As I say, we have no echo. But due to a Nyama Bakum Binti, the Ghana Armed Forces at the command China for no. Sir, because of ABC, you know, gaya break a cancer and the wiemsheno abba. So they gave us a grace period of 90 days.
So 3 months, no. Yes, 90 days.
A grace period of 90 days. Apart from that 10-year maintenance, every maintenance work be as a head of flight every year. Says you check your ways in order where you all the time not gonna armed forces for a year. Indeed, no problem, sir. Problem be our helicopter no there. No problem be anymore. As the helicopter didn't have apart from say you know. Unfortunately, say oba we say no one kasa anyema bia esese na ewo we say no mo a nke beboa yen na ama at the end of the day omo mu kra we say no ebe edi wo mo na ma omo atinya ye omo adwuma se de titie no nyema no bebre enim. That is the major problem. Mpanimfo ahwe ekoye ohwemu no omo de ebeto edwa omo just say ye fra bibi avionic safety enhancement. So avionic safety enhancement no na ebinim aka bi pa enema de esiye no esiye na at the end of the day our findings no say the helicopter was airworthy but a lucky no additional safety enhancement and we say there obetimi atu me the kind of abisi asem so tell me fa free ano obetimi atu e dey afa wiem ya bibia be kokan na mom niema bia esese I say driving obetimi drive na mom obehia navigator traffic indicator na say be adwama wo edu ba bia 4G weather obetimi sprinkle nsuo kakra e dey agu windscreen nanim na wa wipe na ni ate e dey ama ebosi bebre ya oh sanya manum nyina edu ama driving tibiko yie enti sana wiemu hyen e wo niema bi wo hono mo a AD pilot no ene ni co-pilot no ama mutumi ye adwuma yie but sanya no na bi ni wiemu hyen no enti eno e ka ho bi ene de sanya ma wei ensuso esiye am just wiemu no chese emergency response was timely kwaya esiye na sa for free nkran ade ebesen ekọ honmo no it was so timely a weather and a create the challenge that we had now say that here I'm just saying we share no approach oboase no almost almost oboase now all of a sudden no who say ewiem was satra because initially time no betu afrika no flight was delayed. It was delayed basically because of weather.
Of bad weather. Now get some to 8 a.m.
Yes, but because of weather, you know, they waited extra hour.
9 almost to 9:12.
And sana almost 8:02 because now weather no any clear and ma almost. Enti almost delay. Enti bra almost 2 ye no. Almost bano. Avere na me no ye. Amu hu bibia kama any ade. But approaching almost destination no. All of a sudden and a real science society. Yes. And the issue say there are technologies where they decided to say almost flew higher on the cost room more. And the not all paying more cost. I say almost in the process of so all paying more cost ranka. Almost above when other kata money no. The movie and say we share no. Bafom.
Tiaba.
And before you could say Jack, na baby a born, baby a to any idea there, na the ABC a series. And the for a recommendation we hear and say, Sir, ye koto we will say ya yanto up to date we will say because how you say ya a buy and you will say dear. Then so near maybe a one modern we will say more. A manka some situation because almost say a do baby crown. Now afei they needed to rely on themselves.
Yes. It got to a point.
Omo experience.
Omo ankasa experience, not technical.
No. Na dey na use.
Not technical thing.
Bibi enu obetire use.
There's no tracking device.
Yes. And they needed to I said depend on omo ankasa omo experience. E ho na ato omo no nyame. And omo experience rent me and save you omo no. And afi the ABC ekusi here. And the woman nyina no and say captain for Paul Fojo, retired pilot and senior aviation engineer, say they took a mess and they have converted it into a message. And Ghana, their SCNO, so boning nyina no anaze the aba nyina no whether na mwae and a wimuhye no so nema bi anankese se wo mu a ebetumi ama aye adwuma yi nso no na nema no eni wimuhye no mu enti nema mu combined and a day kwahia no ebae so bi enye pete bi ena enye obi ena enye obi kwakwado bibi ena enye obi enso ena share senka mampani no omo pe no so it is answer.
I got it.
Asofo biri na mampani nkra na ni ti ye no na omo pe no ene ade nsem bebre nti according to science and data enye mampani na no omo pe no enye spiritual bia ena enye petani kwakwado bibia na emum weather any up to date niema yeniwo yes yeniwo wiemhye no no Franco eno na ama niema ade how it is ebre nti we dey captain Paul Fojo any team ade bre you know eno no
over na no pa nyame nhiraw now okay say asem we see foforo Ghana ni bia because of public interest these are our ministers we must see a breadwinners of their family and come mo fa so mo free mu no. Now people took it from a spiritual aspect. You can say there be the essence is not about spiritual matter. It's a time the government of Ghana have to set up a committee to do empirical research, do empirical investigation, and ascertain the kind of problems that by here. And my side we see over. And then first man pray where where on if you look at on the 11th of July 2015, the first family, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, no move is no concrete. Of a sub play, and by force landing go Kumasi apatra pasai. I'm telling you,
this is former vice president Munyina who no pay.
Over even in 2020, on the 29th of June 2020, now about 5:45 p.m. If you look at a soldier forum to play, it's no more. Now Ghana have a problem. Over so sometimes we don't do empirical research into it and have a lasting solution to the problem. Once I will catch him now pay, and the kind of education that you gave me this morning, or you are giving me this morning, is giving me a certain kind of notions. I didn't offer a avoidable. I'm following again. I didn't avoidable because you are of a now, if you listen to them critically, I will say, Nanke said take off, no should take on exactly 8 a.m. Nanke land or bossy 8:50. But because of what Daniel was not in good condition, they have to wait to 9, 12, 14 microsecond p.m. a.m. I said that they need to. No more 2 years, no. Oh, can no more bomb no. They could see some boy instead of Koye. Now the weather condition was so in good area for them. Today, yesterday I was surprised. Over. Yes, Air Force for no. So I played 2 free Akana Seba Kumasi there. For that one they can monitor. But outside Kumasi Akana they cannot monitor. And it's a serious thing. No. Almost the man play the here as they say no money any data or control system to track it. Because it is not under their jurisdiction or domain. And no money to me. And it go to a point I who's a mount for a where over. If you look at playing Sana Wokanya, I will say play no any external safety mechanism here. I didn't tell you what's that. See a quack to play. Plan a yakwakotono. Any external mechanism here, any safety practices here. And then once I would to Nasa wo ba neighbors and yes a job form Nasa Yamia no what man also mobile from Zebra. Onofa, who said your more I don't understand the word stimulation idiot, but who said your commander and say the Air Force people should train their people in stimulation. They are tossing me in no part as if look at your chopper now you use now a chopper. Of a Muslim may say can you cry because I can't say plane and say to her too. Any external safety practices be out any team your top plane 2015. Kwame do 2025, 10 years. Now you've gone for a grace period of 90 days. Areho. Mrs. Uncle Former will be a braveness of their family. Kwame first year ya areho. Offer. So on the 2nd of August, Tanko to Accra play Ikoy. On the 3rd of August, went to Cape Coast back to Accra, 81 hours 30 minutes. Almost about Kusu Kosaman. On the 4th of August, 82 hours 30 minutes. There. Offer there ya pan say. Yes, if you look at this crew now, so to be job for 8 hours. Now, Jumana, when it gets to 1 month, it should get to 62 hours. About Fasanuma Wemuna. All the primary safety requirements they've passed through. But the problem is, plane you used to papa. That is why I get it. I don't find me.
Recommendation is he ever taught flight helicopters in Libya? Yento up to date.
Then they should break ban.
Yes, yento up to
date.
When
nothing you compare, say helicopter biao. We should think about human lives. Ye niska nemo with me bobo sia the yard ye. Ye niska obit me case of kwa jumbo sia the brega no di. Ah, yet to come with me jiska 51.2 million. Best in until once MBA. After I was yomi. What you want MBA? Ghana 40 me kwa jumbo sia adia sia the kwa and fine ye. I will hope na air time.
But I say you will move on. The Greek minister NJB wetrate. Na yase enkomo no ase na no pay. Memo Okonya say if you have a question for the Greek minister.